is on the sidelines for the first time since its injury week 6. He has been very involved down here, looking at the tablet, coaching guys up, telling them they're playing championship defense. And speaking of championships, you may have heard that he said he'd be back if the Lions are in the Super Bowl. I asked him about that comment. He said, I can't give you a timeline, no promises, but I'm manifesting getting back.
Listen for the 26, Jahmyr Gibbs taking off again. Gibbs with the inside move. Tackled, the ball comes out at the end, and Brock Wright gets on it for Detroit. Long run for Gibbs, pushed out at the end by Murphy, but Brock Wright kept hustling.
This is why everybody loves the outside zone, because if it pops, there's nobody left to defend it. And Gibbs is somebody that once he gets a half a step, it is over. People don't catch him. You can see what was happening with Cameron Bynum. He turned and sprinted at an angle like he was chasing Usain Bolt or something. That looked like a lot of the Detroit Lions running game we've seen all year, to be honest with you.
As a 47-yard gain for Gibbs, he goes over 100 yards. And at the 27-yard line, back to him inside for 4 to the 23. So the Lions here, Chris, tonight have run 55 plays, and Gibbs has had a 25 of the 55.
And he's been brilliant. And the flip side is that Minnesota on the other side is 3 for 14 now on 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah.
And the red zone's been horrible, right? So all the money downs for Minnesota on offense, they have not made plays. Or the Detroit Lions have made plays on the defensive side. I tell you, if you want to make a case for how to be a head coach, do what Aaron Glenn has done tonight against this offense.
Lots of folks taking notice, as they have the last couple of years, with Glenn, the defensive coordinator. Gibbs, first down, inside the 15, tackled at the 14 by Bynum. Over 103 straight games. Barry Sanders, the last Lion to do that. And Gibbs with 161 yards from scrimmage. That's one more than he had against the Vikings in the first game between these teams.
You know, Mike, sometimes when we do a Steelers game, when the Steelers are playing well and they're beginning to grind it out, and in the fourth quarter, and you can see a team just begin to wear down and sort of right down Mike Tomlin's alley, right, when they're playing like that. That's what it feels like when the Lions get it going, too.
From the 14, keeping it with Gibbs. 5 more to the 19. And Chris, it feels like a wear down the Vikings' 3rd and 4th quarter, and that comes back to an offensive line that has seen Aaron Glenn's defense do the job, and now they're doing their part as they get the ball back after the Vikings are stopped.
Yeah, I think Aaron Glenn deserves a little vacation on the beach there. He looked very comfortable. I think he's a confident guy. You know, he said that he called a couple of old friends, including Deion Sanders, to see if they could play cornerback for him or not in this game. And he said, no, I don't think so. But he said, well, I'll play my guys then. And they played really well.
Goff, not much there. So he's just going to turn it upfield and try to minimize the loss of yardage. He's going to be out of bounds back at the 13-yard line. It should be a credited sack to Jonathan Bullard. Doesn't get many of them. We'll see if they give him a sack or not. The 3rd down coming up, and a must stop here for Kevin O'Connell's team.
But Kevin O'Connell now is going to have to acknowledge something, and that is that this is an offense that needs to be able to get the ball out of their hands on their side and not allow pressure packages like they've seen tonight out of the Lions to beat them up and force their quarterback to sprint wide.
3rd and 9. Goff throws it complete short of the first down at the 7-yard line to Laporta. And he got a field goal, makes it an 18-point game, thus a 3-score game. And for the moment, Campbell will leave his offense out there.
All right, I would kick this field goal.
And so the analytics there, as you see. Those folks in question, the Lions, who went for it on 4th down all the time, and what they did in the NFC Championship game, up 14 on 4th and 2, up 3 on 4th and 3, and went for it, lining up to go for it here, and caught him. conversation here. Make sure they've all got the same thing. Is it offside on Minnesota and a first down?
Neutral zone infraction, defense, the 42. Half the distance to the goal, the yardage is enough for a first down.
All right, it all dates back to Sean McVay. Listen. So turbo set is the activation code. That is when they typically snap the ball. Turbo, the next sound, they snap the ball. They went up there with the dummy snap count on that one, and that time they told the offensive line, we're not snapping the ball. They build it up, turbo set, and after the entire game, the Minnesota Vikings defense had been seeing them go on turbo set. They didn't that time.
And that's the team that goes for it all the time. So, of course, they're going to be going for it on fourth down, except for the time that they didn't. At first and goal, and the inside run for Gibbs, still going to the goal line. Number 4 on the night. A night to remember. Crown that guy, ties the Lions record for touchdowns in a game.
You want to describe this offense, here's how you do it. Watch all the guys coming up at the end of this and pushing their offensive teammate into the end zone for the touchdown. We see that time after time, and it has simply been sort of the personification, really, of the spirit of this football team.
Bates adds the extra point for the 64th time, as many as anyone in the league this year. The men from Motown might be staying here in January.
He looks down at his queen and says,
Au revoir, mon amour. Au bientôt.
let's work on that French, shall we?
Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt.
Au revoir, bientôt. More, à bientôt. Au revoir, mon amour. À bientôt.
Now search with AI Assistant in the Hotels.com app.
I joined SoFi because they've helped millions of members earn more money, save more money, borrow better, and invest for their ambitions. Join the generational player. SoFi, get your money right.
It's here. Wendy's new salted caramel frosty. Rich, sweet, salted caramel? Caramel. Whatever. The iconic frosty with a salted caramel twist. Gotta be Wendy's.
The booking app I used didn't have Agent Force, so an AI agent didn't know to move my reservations inside or know what I like to eat, which is not that.
What's up, my brother?
Oh, hey, man! We really needed this rain, right? Agent Force helps restaurants prevent dining disasters.
Paddle on over.
It's what AI was meant to be.
We got you, brother.
Let's Monopoly go! Chris! Kiki! Ready, tycoons? It's go time. Cash grab!
Kiki, I won again?
Ah! Daddy will be back soon. We're swimming in it now.
Winston. Busted.
Nothing beats playing with friends, except bankrupting friends.
Give it to me.
Mike, this look at Amik Robertson is brought to you by Bounty. There it is. What a night by number 21. Amik Robertson matched up against one of the great receivers in the game, maybe in the history of the game, and yet every time he has had to make a play, he has gone toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose on the outside with Justin Jefferson, and he has won. He has a lot to do with why they were willing to go out and play man coverage. Aaron Glenn believed in him. He let him match against Justin Jefferson, and they won this game in large part to the job he did.
Another touchback. Here's Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, Justin Jefferson and Amik Robertson, they go way back. They faced each other in both high school and college in Louisiana. And Justin told me that playing against Amik draws out his competitive spirit, makes him go a little harder. He loves these matchups with the back and forth and the trash talk. And he said Amik is definitely a big trash talker. With a guy like that, you just have to make a couple big plays to shut him up. It doesn't seem like he shut him up tonight.
Robertson's name is going to be talked about a lot coming out of this game, and what he's done is Chris has detailed throughout this season. Again, free agent acquisition by the Lions, who remade their secondary, which was a weak spot last year. 5:10 to go, and the pass to Hawkinson is erased by Anzalone, and we were talking about Kwasi Adofo-Mensah for Minnesota, all the great stuff he's done. Brad Holmes, the executive VP, the general manager, guy who's built this Lions team, signed Amik Robertson 2 years, $9 million. You talk about a signing that paid off just among the acquisitions and the drafting that this Lions organization has done. Trying to win back-to-back division titles here tonight. Darnold searching for something here. And Sam's going to take off, get a first down, get out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Stopping the clock until the next snap as we're under 5 minutes with 4:35 to go.
You know, they completely redid the cornerback room this year, right? They just did. They brought in Carlton Davis from the Bucs. They brought in Amik Robertson, and they drafted Terrion Arnold. Well, now Amik Robertson's the only one that's left, and he was supposed to play in the slot, but because everybody got hurt, they had to put him outside. And by golly, he's been better outside than he was in the slot. And he was good out there. And then they had Brian Branch that they could substitute back into the slot. So we're in that time of year now where everybody's got to be able to play everywhere. And Robertson's versatility has come up huge here.
And a flag is down for delay of game.
Delay a game, offense, a 5-yard penalty, first down.
This Minnesota team's not done by any stretch, Chris, because both of these teams were sensational on the road this year. Minnesota's only loss was in L.A., and in that game, they lost their left tackle right before halftime.
But this was the night to get them. But their defense was hurting. They're missing key guys. This was the night to get them, and they didn't have answers.
Here's Naylor for about 8. Gets out of bounds. Branch took him there. 4.5 to go. We talked about that injury to Darisaw. Their outstanding left tackle really was the standout guy on their offensive line. Cam Robinson has come in at left tackle and really done a good job for this team. They trade for him right at the deadline from Jacksonville. You don't find left tackles on the side of the road who can come in and do what he's done.
Sure don't.
Darnold, big ball downfield. Nothing there for Naylor, but there's a flag down around the 41-yard line.
Holding, defense, number 29, 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That's on Kendall Vildor of the Lions, who's now in as the corner because of the injury to Arnold.
Yeah, he did start weeks 12 and 13 because of some injuries. He's a good player, but got caught on that one. But you don't take a team that's sort of ravaged at the cornerback position and go, I got an idea. Let's play Justin Jefferson and these guys more man-to-man. Let's just go take them on. That's what they did. And they not only got away with it, it was huge, and they look like they've got a plan now going forward.
Darnold hit as he threw, and that pass looked to be a bounce up to him. Let's see, it's marked as a catch at the 47-yard line. Let's take a peek at that. 4:10 to go. It's good hands down on the ground if he caught it. He did. Terrific hands from Hawkinson. Got him underneath. Still in all, Dan Campbell's going to throw a challenge flag.
And Sam Darnold is limping all over the place out there. They're out to look on at him right now.
I mentioned he was getting pressure right in his face as he threw. Taking a peek at this.
Is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch. Timeout.
Let's see. We'll see what they say as they look at it. And here's what they're going to look at in New York. It looked like it bounced from our booth here. In our angle, but you saw where his hands were underneath. And this is what happened as Darnold got his feet tangled inside there and came up limping. We'll check on both after this.
I was out on a delivery when I came across a snake, a rattler.
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Deliveries.
There we were, driver versus reptile. Our battle was legendary. Wait a second. You don't want a pet snake, do you? Maybe now my friends will believe me.
If this is what we did for one delivery, see what we can do for your business. FedEx.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
To Virginia.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
We ready? I need to get me a new phone.
You need to trade in that old busted up phone. You can get you a brand new iPhone 16 Pro from T-Mobile. It's on them. At T-Mobile, it's better over here. Families save 20% every month. What a deal.
To all you new and existing customers, trade in your busted old phone and T-Mobile will give you a brand new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. Plus, families can save 20% when they switch.
T-Mobile is one of none. Go get that.
What he said.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery on game day essentials, which saves you time so you can perfect your 7-layer dip. It also saves you money if you want to add an 8th layer. Because just like your team, you take risks. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
The season comes down to this.
The whole world wants it. Let's go, man. Everybody in this huddle is ready for this moment. Set the tone from the first snap.
It is showtime.
After review, the rolling of a catch has been determined it was incomplete. Detroit has one more challenge, and they are not charged a timeout.
All right, so that last look from behind, we saw more of the ball bouncing on the ground. So the reset brings it back to 2nd and 10 with 4:20 to go. As Darnold, limping after the last play, hangs in, stays in, and finds Jefferson, who lost the football, and on the deflection, it's in the hands of Josh Pascal, who's taking off and out of bounds around the 30. We'll have to determine if it was a catch, fumble, or incomplete. Kendall Vildor knocked it away.
On the field is a catch, fumbled and recovered by the defense. It's first down, Detroit.
Let's get a look at it.
Ball definitely looked like it got tucked away.
1, 2.
Little punch out.
Does he do something after the catch? 1-2. Expedited reviews says incomplete. Catch 1, 2. Terry?
Absolutely, Mike. He does not take that additional step with control before he loses control. That's incomplete pass. 1, 2, punch out. Incomplete.
Thank you, sir. And a great use of the expedited review.
I can't look at the chain there of Justin Jefferson without thinking about
last week
getting ripped off last week.
Playing the Packers, Carrington Valentine in coverage. Chain came off. Justin found a way to keep going and didn't lose the chain, more importantly. You left yours at home tonight, though. Unless it's under the tie. I didn't check that far. Minnesota tonight. 3 of 12 on 3rd down. 0-4 in this half. And Darnold, that ball comes out.
That may be free.
Jumped on by Anzalone and ruled incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 10.
I I tell you, we have seen some team effort on the defensive side. Zadarius Smith has filled in and at least given them that one edge rusher, right, that can make a difference.
Zadarius Smith, who was on a 2-win Cleveland team when the trade happened. He came here to a team that was at the top of the NFC and may end the night on top of the NFC as the number 1 seed. And this one, snap by snap, is grinding to a halt.
Delay of game. Offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So that's 2 on this drive from Minnesota.
It was interesting. We had a chance to talk with Zadarius Smith, and he was on that Vikings team a couple of years ago. He goes, these offensive linemen are the same. I know their weaknesses. And maybe he does.
He's a stint with the Bears, shy of the NFC North cycle. He's played for the Packers, the Vikings, and now here, hoping to get a ring with the Lions. 4th and 15. And, of course, there's pressure coming. And Darnold throws incomplete. And that has been the story of the night. The Lions creating effective pressure, rushing Darnold, who is 18 of 41 on the night.
Like, these are cover zeros here. You don't have time to throw it way down there. These guys are running routes all the way down the field. You got to break this off or your quarterback's going to die. They're sending one more than you have blockers. And all night long, Sam Darnold has just been getting hit and hit and hit. What a performance. I've seen a lot this season. This is a stunning defensive performance by the Detroit Lions.
Craig Reynolds, the back, swung out to Jamison Williams with a flag down. Williams taken down by Cameron Bynum. See if that was springing Williams.
Pass interference. Offense number 89. It's a 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Brock Wright, the tight end.
Take a look on the outside against Metellus. Down the field.
Block too soon. So back it up to 1st and 20. Kevin O'Connell's thoughts of 4 minutes away from, in all likelihood, turning to a game in a place where he was before being the Vikings head coach. L.A. against the Rams. Craig Reynolds in for Gibbs. Goes down to stay in bounds and gets 18 yards on the carry. So next weekend, wild card weekend, powered by Verizon. Here is the lineup. First 3 of the AFC games. Chargers-Texans on CBS, Steelers-Ravens on Prime Video, and then Sunday afternoon begins with the Broncos in Orchard Park. And then the NFC wildcard games, Green Bay-Philadelphia on Fox. We're in Tampa for the Commanders against the Buccaneers. It looks like it'll be the Rams going, or rather the Vikings going to the Rams on Monday night. Jamison Williams, same play, other side, dives inbounds and forward, but his dive was a little shy of the 1st down.
Kevin Zeitler came off on the last play holding his right leg, and of course with the score what it is, this is much more significant now. Let's take a look if we can see what happened here. Stretching and reaching and then grabbing in the hamstring knee area. Significant.
Zeitler, who was acquired from the Ravens. Christian Mahogany, who's in the game, started at left guard for the injured Graham Glasgow against Chicago a couple of weeks ago.
Timeout. Detroit.
And Zeitler's the guy that does so much of the pulling. You'll see him a lot of times coming from the backside and leading Gibbs and leading Montgomery on some of those pulling plays across the formation. I guarantee you, And Campbell is worried about that.
Well, next week we go to Florida, to Tampa Bay, and this was the Week 1 matchup. And Tampa Bay beat Washington, but a very different Washington team now with Jaden Daniels. We saw them clinch their playoff spot last Sunday night, and they will take on the Buccaneers. And Baker Mayfield, NFC South champs for the 4th time. 7:30 Eastern Football Night in America will get us going. And we'll have the game in our normal Sunday night time slot from Tampa. Bucs and Commanders. We saw in the playoffs a few years ago when Washington was the Washington football team at that point, back in the COVID season. Well, Ben Johnson and the Lions, now albeit at extra games, 17 games, but still a new record is set, whatever number you get to. They're shy of that 2013 Broncos with Peyton Manning for the 2nd most touchdowns in a season in NFL history.
You know, it's so funny. You feel like this Lions offense really didn't have a great game, and you look up and there's 31 points on the board. You know? Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of standard that they have lived up to this entire season.
And we hit the 2-minute warning here at Ford Field. By the way, that prior catch by Jameson Williams got him to a 1,000-yard season. In case you were wondering, why is Williams in the game? Why were they throwing to Jameson? That's maybe part of it. Like we saw with Mike Evans in Tampa.
Was that great game? Or what? That was fantastic.
I was scared for the Bucs for just a second at that point, but as he tied Jerry Rice's record for 1,000-yard seasons. So we saw Sam Darnold limping a play or so ago, and immediately thoughts go to, okay, who's the backup? Well, Nick Mullins is the backup, but there's Daniel Jones, who was the starter for the Giants. And remember, as things fell apart with the Giants and he left there, Minnesota acquired him. Kevin O'Connell just kind of got him ready and just in the bullpen, and he could be in a position to come in when they get to the playoffs. J.J. McCarthy was supposed to be the starting quarterback for this team this year at some point, but he got injured in the first preseason game. And, Chris, the lengthy conversation going forward, whenever this Vikings season ends, will be what's next at quarterback for Minnesota.
Yeah, and if you're Sam Darnold, you go, what else do you want out of me, right? He's been nearly perfect this entire season, and yet we are talking about multiple quarterbacks that may end up being his replacement a year from now.
Ivan Pace comes to get Reynolds, a loss of a yard back to the 30-yard line. JJ's rehab from the knee injury has gone well, according to all accounts. He's been fully immersed in meetings. And when we talk to the Vikings about it, hey, is this a problem? What are you going to do next year? Well, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe you just franchise Darnold and you have the 2 quarterbacks. You take another year to figure it out.
You literally have to see what happens. How much will somebody else offer Sam Darnold? That is going to be very much a part of the equation. They could tag him, they could keep him, but they're also loading up in case they can't keep him.
3rd and 8, Reynolds the run for a couple of yards. Chance to remind you, Chevrolet postgame is coming up. Melissa's going to interview the stars of the game, and we'll look ahead to our wild card game in Tampa between the Commanders and the Buccaneers. Lions are going to let this clock run down, take the most time off the clock. They've got a guy backing up Jared Goff again in Teddy Bridgewater, who coached a state high school champion in Miami at his alma mater, then came back to the Lions a few weeks ago. He was here last year and is enjoying the atmosphere here tonight as the Lions are a snap away from wrapping up the #1 seed in the NFC North title.
And all I can think about is who's going to come in here and beat these guys.
Run by Reynolds, and he is just short of it and will not get the first down. It belongs to the Vikings with 20. The clock should have stopped. It was a 4th down run. It didn't. And we'll get that sorted out here.
Yep, they just said Vikings ball, so it will be reset.
Minnesota going to L.A. to face the Rams on Monday night. And Jared Goff will lead this offense off the field to a nice hand from this crowd. And in a mocking way, some of the Lions fans doing the Vikings skull chant as well. It's the joy of divisional rivals, right?
I mean, this has been an impressive year for these guys. The Kansas City Chiefs are the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're tremendous. And they're going to be the favorite, but close behind based on how many people they were missing, what this defense looked like, and what they were able to do. What Aaron Glenn was able to do with the rest of those people. Just one of the most impressive coaching performances I've seen all year.
Good job, Gracie. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Might see him in 2 weeks for a playoff rematch right back here. The Detroit Lions' best season ever ends with an exclamation point. Win 15. They're the #1 seed, and they repeat as NFC North Division champions. The road to the Super Bowl in the NFC comes through Detroit for the first time. Final score tonight, Lions 31, Vikings 9. The Chevrolet postgame comes up after these messages.
This week,
3, 2, 1.
Jimmy starts the new year with new shows.
That's what I'm talking about.
With Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx, Pamela Anderson, Joe Manganiello, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Charlie D'Amelio. New Tonight Show this week.
Looking to shift gears or explore the freedom of the open road? Hi, I'm Mark Sparhawk. We're expanding and want you to join our team. We're looking for drivers and owner-operators. We offer an employee-focused atmosphere with accommodating schedules, competitive wages, and full benefits. With Sparhawk Trucking, choose the right fit for you. Be confident in well-maintained equipment and a variety of travel options. Explore the independence of controlling your career. Stop in or apply online.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
Save big money now during Menards Bag Sale. All prices after 15% bag sale discount when you fit it in the bag. A 6-pack of LED light bulbs only $2.97. Ajax dish soap also just $2.97. Get a 16-pack of alkaline batteries for only $6.99. And 12 packs of Shasta soda are only $4.19. Don't miss out. Save 15% during Menards Bag Sale. Plus, sign up for Menards emails to get more big savings right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
We are your local highlights.
It's the boom on a Panther defender to get the...
We are Friday Night Blitz.
The T-Birds had revenge on their mind as they...
We are sports from where you live. Want to know what's trending in the North Woods? Then we got you covered. Tune in to Up North at 4 with Agnes Kozina, Dan Hagan, and Jeff Weller for local conversations about living up north. Weekdays at 4. Wisconsin Broadcasters Foundation Student Scholarship Program.
To the Chevrolet postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
For the first time in the Super Bowl era, the Detroit Lions have won back-to-back division titles. And this year it took 15 wins to be the champions of the North. Detroit beats Minnesota 31-9, scoring 21 unanswered to lock down the #1 seed. Players of the game, Jahmyr Gibbs ends the year with the most touchdowns in the NFL for tonight. And what a defensive duo. Amik Robertson in the secondary and the return of Alex Anzalone. And they're standing by with Melissa Stark.
Yes, they are. You guys clinch the #1 seed the first time in Lions history. Alex, what does that mean to the team and to the city?
It means a lot. I mean, first thing for the team, we had a week 5 bye, so it'll feel good to get a nice bye week and, re-energize and recoup and get ready for the divisional round.
Yeah, and this is your first game back after missing 6 games. We saw the stitches and the fractured forearm. How does this